Welcome back. In this lesson, we will add the edit action, which will allow us to edit profiles of existing users. To do that, let's first check out the edit route. So we'll go back to our app, and then type in rake routes. We see that the edit chef route looks like /chefs/id/edit. Okay, so it's going to take it's going to require a chef object in order to edit it. So I already have my server running, so I'm going to go to the site, and I know I have a few chefs, so let's try chefs3 edit. Okay, no method in chefs edit. Okay, and it's saying undefined method errors for nil class. So remember, this error shows up when an object is missing. So let's go ahead and add the object. So we'll go to chef's controller. Now, how are we going to find the chef object here? So we're going to create chef object, an instance variable, and then we're going to find the chef based on the ID that I provide on the URL, right? So chefs/ID, this ID will be the ID of the chef, and based on that we can find the associated chef object and assign it to this instance variable. So params ID. Okay, so let's see what that did. chef.find params ID. Couldn't find chef with ID 3. Alright, so it looks like we had probably deleted a user, so I'm gonna hop onto Rails console real quick. Okay, and then let's see, chef.all. Alright, let's grab chef ID 6. Alright, so now let's say John Doe. And I don't want to update his email. I don't want to update his password. I just wanted to update the name. So if I click on edit profile, missing template chefs update. Okay? So let's go ahead and create the update action. Now here, I'm going to put in, binding pry to see what gets passed in. And F6 edit. Down. Let's go to our server, params. Okay, we see that the chef is the key, and the value is being sent in this hash structure, which is the chef name, email, and password. Okay, great. So we have enough info here to create the update action. I'm going to exit out of pry. I should get an exception here since the action is still not there. So again, so chef.find, and from the params hash, I'll grab the ID to find the chef. And then if our usual format, chef.update, since we're updating, chef params. This is the method we already had defined, which basically is strong parameters, which is whitelisting chef name, email, and password. So if we're able to update, then we want to do a flash success, and we're gonna say your profile was or has been updated successfully. Okay, and then we want to redirect to recipes path. Now, when I update a profile, normally I wouldn't want to go back to the index page, right? I would want to go back to the page that I was on, which would probably be the user's page. Or I would want to view the user, who's in this case the chef. I would want to view the chef's page. So right now we don't have a show chef page. So this is something we would want to update later on. So we want to change to show chef page. I'm going to add this comment over here so I can change it later. Alright, so else render edit, and then alright, let's see what that did. And to edit Dough. Your profile has been updated successfully. So let me go back to Rails console, and here now chef.all. We see that our chef's name has changed to John Doe, and we didn't update his email or his password, so his email and password have remained the same. So if I want to test that out, if I go chef.find and then his ID is 6, and then chef.authenticate, and then password, which was the password I had assigned, I see that it's still working and it's returning the chef object. Okay, perfect. So that concludes our edit action, because right now we can go to any chef's record and then edit that account, right? And if I try to change the email, that should work also. John Doe test. This is chef5, email.example.com, and I'll change the password to a different password. Here I'll change it to password 10, and the earlier password was just password. So if I do edit profile, your profile has been updated successfully. Now if I go back to Rails console, chef.find 5, we see that the email has updated to johndoetest@example.com. Now let's try the password. I'm going to try the old password, which was password. See that it's false. And then we'll try the new password, password 10. Okay, it's working perfectly. It returns the user object. Alright, so that concludes the edit action.